Well, hello, we're here today at wonderful Lindholme Lakes. Bit of a home for me this. I've been coming here for a lot of years. It's treated really well. It's run by some really good friends and nice people, and we'll come more onto that later. But we're here today for the Garbolino Club Angler of the Year. It's the first round, and we always have one of our heats here. We always have. It's a nice big fishery. There's a few changes, but some things don't change. I'm sat here with a good friend of mine, Alex Doherty.
Morning, mate.
He's been here for how many years now, Alex?
What am I? 20. This will be my 14th year here.
Wow.
14th year.
Yeah. You were a young lad when you started
here.
School
kid and never escaped really.
Yeah, yeah. And you've done well here. You've sort of you've grown up here. This is where you started fishing, and
yeah,
you've actually broadened your horizons. You're doing a lot of fishing now. You got an England vest.
Yeah, got my cap last year. Tommy gave me my first cap, so that was nice.
Absolutely fantastic.
So yeah, that's it. But here's always been home. Here's where it all started. And
yeah,
with like back in the early days with yourself and Neil, and now Aaron and Rachel. It's all going strength to strength.
Change of fans, or like the shift in the family.
Yeah.
So Neil's retired finally. Keep saying he would do, but. And now Rachel and Aaron are taking over, which is great news, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's business as usual, really, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not, in terms of day to day, there's not a lot of change. I know Aaron's got his plans for and things he wants to do over the coming months, but that'll all come clear as everything gets into it a bit more. But yeah, it's all in terms of the grand scheme of things, business as usual with the fishing, the lodges, the holidays. I mean, we've got this new restaurant now, which is going
fantastic. Breakfast certainly good this morning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah.
And that's it really, and keep an eye out for everything as it changes as it comes.
Yeah, and you're still coaching here, doing a lot of coaching as well.
Coaching, more involved like with the tackle shop and the fishery side as well now.
Yeah.
Do a lot of the ordering and things for the shops. So yeah,
and shop's always good. Lots of different brands. People, good choice.
Big choice of brands. Try to stock everything that's sort of. We've all done it. You go somewhere fishing. I wish I had that pack of hooks. I wish a few feeders. So we try to keep them full all the time. But we've also got seat boxes, poles, rods, a lot of top end tackle.
You've got pretty much everything anybody needs, haven't you? So, and if you haven't, you can get it in for like the week after next time they come.
Or anything that way.
But you obviously have a lot of open matches on here. You have some of the big, massive qualifiers and the fish shows and things like that on here. But I'm guessing a massive part of the business is still like the club bookings and the club matches that you have on here.
I mean, take last weekend we had 150 club anglers here each day.
That's impressive.
So we always look after the clubs with that. We've got prize packs. If they book over 40 pegs in a year, we give them a little thing as giving a bit back to those. I mean, we have a lot of clubs running the winter leagues now here as well as the summer league. So it's all positive in terms of that. It's nice to see the same clubs coming back each year. So hopefully that's telling you're getting something right. Yeah,
I'll tell you what is nice to see as well. Is like a couple of years ago, you reworked Bonsai. Basically took all the water out, most of the fish out, and reworked it from scratch. And I see you've done strip over the winter as well this year.
Yeah, everything's sort of. Yeah. I mean, these lakes are getting older, they're silting up. And it just every now and then you need to give everything a bit of a refresh. And
I personally think that's really important, because I've seen like fisheries emerge over the years. The first fisheries probably came 24, 25 years ago, and so we're actually living through the first generation of these fisheries.
Yeah.
And fishery owners are only really finding out what the consequences are of having 20 years of silt and things like that. And there's a few fisheries up and down the country doing this work, and it's interesting to see that this lake's gone mad since then, and it's been brilliant.
It's been unbelievable. I mean, the fishing on it has been ridiculous, whether it's a depth thing or the makeup at the bottom or something like that, I'm not quite sure, but the weights speak for themselves really. It's really helped it out. It's given it a new lease of life, put a lot of new fish in. Obviously we've gone and done the strip as well this winter, and I think that it'll be in Aaron's plans to be a sort of long-term project, rework all the lakes, and keep it, you know, the standard of fishing the same, or if not better than what it's ever been.
Yeah, a good mix of fish as well. You've got,
big
you know,
carp and
those great big F1s in, well, Benny's now, aren't they, and Loco as well. I remember Benny's when they put me like, they're just beautiful.
And now, I mean, the small one's £2. You're almost disappointed if you catch a £2 now.
But I think you've spread a few of those out around the lakes as well, haven't you, as you started to do them? And
what we've done, we took a few fish out of Stock Pond, we've spread them around the lakes and took some of the bigger fish, older fish out of Benny's and spread those around, with the intention to grow the fish on from the Stock Lake in Benny's because of the depth, the volume of water, things like that. It just suits lovely to growing fish on. I mean, health-wise, we're unbelievable when we've got that space, but also they've become a nice big fish which everyone enjoys catching.
Yeah, exactly. So here's a question, right? We've got 130 anglers on today on the Garbolino Club Angler, which it's an amazing thing in itself to get that many people supporting the event. I mean, we have upwards of like 350 to 400 regularly every year. This is one of the most popular ones. It sells out every year because people come and catch a lot of fish. They always catch, and it's nice. So today, right, winning weight.
You're going to make me, I don't have to name a peg.
Well, you can name a peg if you want.
Name a peg. Winning weight, I'm going to say anywhere from, can I pick a range, or am I going to...
I'll give you £10 range.
I'm going to say 140 to 150 pounds, given the weather and everything as well.
So give me a lake then.
Bonsai or Benny's, I'd say. But then again, I'm saying that strip woman fishing mainly with 227 pounds.
Incredible.
So that's...
So some good anglers on this event as well. You know, there's lads that come every year and do very well. A lot of them know the fishery, they fish with the local clubs. So you know, it's going to be a decent weight that wins it for sure, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think as well. I think what you measure it by is the amount of other weights as well. There's going to be a lot of 80 to 100 pounds, or a lot of people, you know, going home thinking, oh, if I'd have had another half hour, I'd have... Which for me is the sign of a good match. Yeah,
I mean, it's not a nice day, but you know, I suppose we've had summer now, haven't we?
Yeah, we've had a week of nice weather, so that's us done.
Well, I guess we'll be weighing in, won't we? So we'll find out.
Yeah. We'll get waterproofs on, and hopefully in a few hours we'll see what the outcome is.
Lovely. Well, we'll go have a look and see. It's the start of the match soon, so we'll crack on and get on. Well, you'd have thought in May that we'd have had a nice sunny day, wouldn't you? But unfortunately, this is what we get. This is a nice May day, chucking it down. But match has started. We're up here behind Strip now, which has just been redone. Already, they're catching fish. This chap here, I've just seen him just throwing some pellets in, relatively short, probably about 7 or 8 metres by hand. He's getting a fisher chuck, they're like little stockies or little F1s, and obviously we're backing onto Loco here. That's a great lake, full of fish. Just seen a bloke catch one on a bomb here. I've just seen a bloke over there who's caught one on, looks like method feeder, just had one. But it's a great venue to come. 130 anglers, all spread over all the lakes, so they've got loads of space and a good chance to catch loads of fish. We're out straight away as the match started. I mean, that's one of the beauties. I can come and, I mean, I do help with the draw normally, but I was late today with the traffic. I do help with the weigh-in, but I can't thank Match Fishing and DHP Magazine for sorting this event out. There's so much admin involved with this many people, you know, 130 people to pay on the day to sort everything out. David's back there now sorting all the draw sheets out, so that when we're ready to weigh in, everything will be sorted and done and dusted, and the results get out really quickly. It's a good payout as well for this event. It's incredible. You know, there's some wonderful prizes, poles, all kinds of stuff to be won for the main final. But on a day like today, the £10 Super Pool and the entry fees there's a lot of money to be won. The winner will probably go away with close on 400-500 quid, I would have thought today, which is brilliant. It's really good. So all to fish for. But like I say, without match fishing, we couldn't run it. So it's a great magazine. It's a great company. If you do want to come on these events, get subscribed to their magazines. They're absolutely brilliant. So well worth it. Getting blown away here. But what we'll do is we'll have a walk round and just keep our eye on who's catching what, see if we can see any of the front runners early on. Right, we're down here outside the tackle shop. We've been up to Benny's, we've been to Loco, we've been to Strip. Everyone seems to be catching some fish. The weather's horrible. Everyone's got the hoods up and it's a bit awkward to see who it is, but we can see which lakes are catching. So apologies from not mentioning people, but we can see pretty much where the fish are coming from. So Benny's, there were in the early numbers on Benny's and the usual places on the Spits, they were catching quite a few of those nice F1s. Some people fishing short, some shallow, and some even on bomb. So there was a lot of fish being caught there, and you can see a lot of fish topping. It's probably the low pressure that's come in, and it's not cold, but there's no horrible sunshine to like stop the fish feeding. They seem in a good mood, the fish today, so hopefully there'll be some caught. And then we came round Loco, and I had a wander around in the 40s and sort of mid 30s, and that looked really good in Loco. Again, there were some great big F1s topping around the anglers, and there were 3 or 4 of them in a row catching these, you know, these proper Loco F1s, 3, even 4 pounds, some of them. And one of the lads that stood behind, I think was on 36. Must have had 4 in a very short space of time, and the lad next to him had the same. So it's quite a good competition going on there. On Strip, they were catching loads of fish, absolutely loads. They were catching fish this size. There's little stockfish that have come in. They've been put in recently because they've reworked that lake. But also, there was a lad down on the corner who had a little bit of space opposite him, and he was down to the right. He was catching quite a lot of fish, just pinging pellets in. Just a short sort. It looked like 7 or 8 meters, but again, he was catching all these little fish, but he seemed to be catching more there. So he's probably going to build a good weight on the Strip. So it's difficult to understand whether Strip's doing better or say Loco or Benny's, because they're catching less fish on Loco, but they're much bigger, and on Strip they're catching loads of fish. Everybody's getting one a chuck, so it's difficult to understand there. So we're down now on Bonsai here. And we've been keeping our eye on it down here in the 50s on the corner here. They're catching some carp down there, and time of day it looks like it's getting stronger and stronger. And then over here on the 70s, the lad on peg 70, we don't know who it is because we can't get close enough to him, but he's definitely catching some fish. And then back on the 80s, with their back to us now down that final arm there near the chalets, they've been catching well as well. So there's loads of fish being caught. There's going to be some great weight, so we'll have to get to the weigh-in fairly soon. We're just going to nip up to Laurels and then have a quick look at beaches, and then we'll see everyone, so we'll catch you in a bit up there. Good fish. Cool. Yeah. We just come down to Laurels and it looks like they started catching in the edge here. This chap's just had what looks like a big F1 down the edge. It's amazing how many people are catching sort of short early in the edge, and especially shallow. It doesn't look like a day for shallow. It's, you know, it's quite a drab, relatively cold day, but there's obviously something with the pressure where the fish are comfortable coming up and feeding, because they were catching really well on loco earlier. This chap's just hooked one round here on the far side, shallow. You can see him, he's trying to feed again to keep the fish in his peg. But it's quite hobbing. It's good. It's a really good match. There's lots of fish being caught. It's grown up nicely, Laurels now. It's, you know, it's a few years since they reworked it and took these spits out. But it's really settled down into a nice lake, this has. There's certainly a lot of fish in here. Right, we're about an hour and a half to go now. We're up on beaches. I came down one side of beaches earlier and they were catching a few in the bowl. It was really difficult to start, but they started catching a few fish just in that bowl. And George, one of the guys I spoke to over there, he just caught one of the bombs, getting odd ones. But we come back up here. There's a bloke just had a fish there. There's a bloke on around peg 9 got a fish on there. Chap just putting a fish in the net there. So there's quite a lot more fish feeding now for definite. I mean, you never know with this lake because it's a real odd shape, and this bowl tends to be a good area. It dominates. You know, you can catch on bottom and pellet wagger and pole. They catch on pellet on the deck. And sometimes they obviously catch shallow, but I've not seen anybody catching shallow yet here. It seems to be more deck fishing and, you know, bomb fishing, deck on the pole and bomb fishing. So we're going to have a really quick walk round. We'll give you a little recap when we get round and see what's happened. Right, we're just coming to the last hour now. We've been round beaches, and there's quite a lot of fish being caught there, all caught short. Good fish. Totally different story on this lake. This is strip. Now, we started on this lake, and when we started, they were catching from this big to this big. You know, good F1s, but mainly little fish. I think they're eyed, a lot of them, but he's got fish on there, which is better fish. Now, if they've caught fish every single chuck all day, which some of them probably have, like that, 6 ounce, 4 ounce, 8 ounce, 12 ounce, if somebody's got 20 or 30 of them 2 to 3 pound fish mixed in with all these small fish, that's going to be a big weight, because it'll just move the average size of the fish up dramatically. So we're not sure the winner's going to come off here, but I would probably say there's going to be a good weight for one of the anglers. The guy in the top corner on the end peg is still catching. I can see him netting a fish now, but they're all catching. So we've just come here, taken a picture, watched for 5 minutes. We don't really know what's going on, but we can get a good idea at that picture in time. Him on the end's doing well. He's catching well on this end as well, so we'll see what happens. It's all down to the weighing now, but it's great fishing. It's quite exciting to watch. Thank you to everyone for supporting this event. Without you guys, we don't have an event, and we really appreciate your support. You know, 140 booked on, I think 130 turn up. We've got similar for Tunnel Barn Farm, which is great. So just like to say thank you very much for all your support. Secondly, thanks to Lindholme Fisheries, who are always fantastic hosts. Everyone in the cafe, thanks for your help. And Aaron, who's taken the reins recently, now in charge with Rachel. So just give them all a round of applause if you would, please. And also, as I've mentioned a lot of time before, thank you to David Haynes here, Dave Wesson, these guys from David Hall's Match Fishing. Without them, we haven't got an event. So thank you to David and Dave for running this event and making it a great event. So first things first, we've got 19 qualifiers. 19 qualifiers. And basically there will be 19 qualifiers that qualify through section position and top 5. So if you're a section winner and you came in the top 5, there will be a default qualifier. Okay? So we'll announce all the qualifiers at the end. So please, will the top 5 and all qualifiers stay behind for a quick photograph? We won't keep you long. All right? So, moving on. First of all, section winners. And all the section winners win £60. From Benny's 2 to 14 with £130 11, Chris Martin. Well done, Chris. Just let's have a photograph. There we go, thank you. Benny's 16 to 40 with 95.2, Gavin Hogarth. Well done, Gavin. There you go, mate.
Cheers, mate.
There you go.
Cheers, mate.
Nice one.
Cheers.
Benny's 44 to 59 with £120, Colin Wood. Well done, Col. There you go, mate.
Cheers.
Smile.
Cheers, mate.
Beaches 1 to 18, serial offender with 84.4, and current champion Matthew Threlfall. Good, Matthew. There you go, mate. Shake me hands. Well done, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Well done. Good to have you back. Beaches 20 to 37 with 97.4, Paul Holland. Well done, Paul. There you go, have that. And then shake me hands. Thank you. Nice one. Loco 3 to 27 with 104.1, Michael Moore. There you go, Michael.
Thank you. Thanks very
Well
much.
done.
Cheers.
Nice one, mate.
Cheers.
Loco 29 to 46 with 123.3, David Banks. There you go, mate. You have that. Shake your hand. There you go. Nice one.
Cheers, mate.
Strip 2 to 22 with 114.10, John Berry. So you're gone then. There you go, mate.
Cheers, Bob.
Nice one, John. Laurels 3 to 20 with 110.12, Scott Ellis. There you go, Scott. Thank you. Well done, mate. Shake your hand. There you go. Nice one, mate. Cheers. Laurels 27 to 41 with 102.14, Jack Coulton.
He's gone, Darren.
Has he? Right, okay. Yes, please. There you go.
What do you do tonight?
Yeah, okay. Bonsai 18 to 34, the 116 to Dean Marshall. No, it's not here. Okay, there you go, David. Bonsai 35 to 48, 63.7, Steve Moss. Well done, Steve. There you go. Shake your hands. There you go. Nice one. Bonsai 50 to 68 with 58.10, Sam Broomhead. Well done, Sam. There you go. Thank you. Right. Cold hands. Not warmed up yet, have you? And finally, 70 to 84 on Bonsai with 93.15, Jez Livesey. No. Oh, he's here. Oh, so you're gone. Too late. There you go, right. Just shake my hand. Ian. Well done. Cheers. Nice one. Okay, so we got the overalls. And the payout's fantastic. I've got to say, you know, 5th overall is going to take £200 home, so that's pretty good. With from Bonsai 70 with 131.5, Ashley Kem. Not a bad day's work, is it?
Not bad.
Right, there you go. Well done, mate.
Cheers, Bob.
So picking up £300 for 4th overall, with 132.5 from Bonsai 18, William Shepherd. You all get that way? There you go. You're just milking it?
Yeah.
Right, do you want to turn around? We'll shake your hand then. There you go. Well done, mate. Well done. So, 3rd overall, picking up £380 from Loco 23 with 138.11 in Shuttleworth. Well done, mate. There you go.
Thank you.
Well done.
Cheers.
Nice one. And 2nd overall, picking up 470 quid. That's not a bad day's work, is it? And probably qualifying for the final. Definitely qualifying for the final. With 148.9 from strip 22 is Gareth Gill. There you go, mate.
Cheers, Bob.
There you go. Well done.
Cheers.
Nice one.
Cheers, Bob.
And 1st overall from strip 14, picking up £580 with 155 3 ounces, Stephen Smith. Well done, Steve. There you go. That's one. Well done, mate. Brilliant. You fished a brilliant match. We watched you quite a bit. Watch the start, watch the end. And you fished a brilliant match, so well done. Really good.
Stephen Smith, Gareth Gill, Ian Shuttleworth, William Shepherd and Ashley Kent. Dean Marshall, Steve Moss, Sam Broomhead, Jez Livesey, Scott Ellis, Jack Coulton, Michael Moore, David Banks, Matthew Threlfall, Chris Martin, Gavin Hogarth, Colin Wood, John Berry and Paul Holland. I look forward to seeing you all at the final in August at Barston.
Well done, chaps. Well, that's round one sorted at Lindholme. It's been a great match. Terrible weather, great fishing, some really good weights. Well done, Stephen Smith off strip, one of the lakes that they've just redone, dug out loads of fish, £155. What a great day. Superb fishing, despite the weather. 2 more rounds to go. All the qualifiers will be done, will be at the final, and we'll see you at the final. Don't miss it.